It's such a hard topic, but one that's really important. We shy away from it, and I understand why, but honestly, we can't afford to ignore it. Death is inevitable. Grief will touch us, and it's precisely why we must live our lives with urgency and purpose. The stakes here could not be higher. Tomorrow is not promised, so every day we wait, every moment we hesitate, oh my God, we're letting life slip right through our fingers. We don't have to, because grief teaches us many, many things, but in particular, it teaches us how fragile life is. When we lose someone we love, we're reminded of our own mortality. And so I feel like it's a wake-up call that can't be ignored. Now, so what I say is, why wait till tragedy to strike before you decide to live with intention? Why wait for loss to remind you that you should have done or could have done all those things, a bunch of regrets, right? The urgency is real, ladies, and we need to embrace our lives with both hands. I'm talking right now, like you gotta just go for it. We need to pursue all our dreams. We need to love fiercely. We need to forgive freely, but it's so important to release us and so we can live this authentic life. Now, we don't only owe it to ourselves. Gosh darn it, we owe it to everyone who we've lost, right? To make every single day count. Hi y'all, I'm Mick, and I help women be anything and do everything they desire. Grief is, that's a hard one, and it comes in waves, and it is such a powerful emotion and one that is so difficult to regulate, right? Because it goes beyond a mindset and it really tugs at the heartstrings, and we are left feeling sad and depleted. Obviously, grief is not always associated with death, but no doubt death is the hardest one to swallow, right? Because there's a finality of it all, sort of lingering with all these what ifs. Especially, I will tell you, because grief's favorite companions, regret and guilt with it. These two have the power to destroy your spirit. So how do we handle grief? How can we make things easier and get through the stage of grief easier? For me, accepting is a massive part of it, right? Because death is the only guarantee in life. I'm tight with the man upstairs, right? My daily prayers, I do all those things. But honestly, I don't have a say in how he does and when he does things. So I've had to really learn to accept the hard things, that when that death comes knocking, it just comes knocking. One of the things that people don't prepare you for is that it always comes with so many aftershocks that are never announced. And you're gonna be going along and boom, you're gonna get hit with this sadness. And so I started this thing when I was blogging, and it's called EulogyNOW. And basically it's my mission now to challenge my people, everyone around me, to say like, hey, why are we waiting for funerals to say the things that live in our hearts? EulogyNOW is a call to action, like to say that things, say what needs to be said now, while they're around. This all came about after the death of my nephew. This month marks 5 years since my nephew Justice lost his life, lost his battle to addiction. While it's absolutely important to feel all the feels and all the sadness that comes with it and the waves, I guess it's in honor of my nephew Justice and his love for tattoos. By the way, he loved tattooing. I want to maybe tattoo this in your heart, this EulogyNOW concept. So one of the things that I always like to share with my friends and my people is to remind them that on the other side of grief is love. When my heart is like broken and into pieces, I remind myself how lucky I am to have loved so deeply. And that, to me, this profound love is the only explanation for my broken heart. So when I think about it that way, when I focus on the love I experience, the fact that I got to be part of their lives, oh my gosh, it makes me so less sad. Because then I spend time counting my lucky stars, thinking, wow, I got to be part of their lives. I got to be part of the world. I got to be his auntie. I got to be her friend. The second thing that really helps me with grief, I'm really working on not allowing grief to bring the friends to the party, regret and guilt. What happens is when people, our loved ones pass, we sometimes are holding this back of regret. We can't control death, right? But we can control regret and guilt. The best defense for regret and guilt is EulogyNOW. Say what lives in your heart. Say it loud. Say it proud. Don't even think about it. Like, brand your people with so much love and so much admiration that it is impossible for them to even question how much they're loved and valued. As my mama always likes to say, like, send that damn flowers now. Send them while they're alive. Don't send flowers when they're dead. Write the love letters, make the call, say it. My third piece of advice on grief is this. You need to afford yourself some grace. Learn to hand it out, not only to yourself, but for others too. What I've learned is for grief, one size doesn't fit all. Grief is deeply, deeply personal. And so I need everyone to hold off on the judgment and decide like, oh, why isn't she acting this way? Or she should be this, or why didn't that? None of that has to happen, right? You save the judgment, file it away. Everyone has to deal with it differently. And we all have to reconcile with the relationships with ourselves and the person that's gone. And it can feel very, very lonely. And it can feel like no one gets it. When you're grieving, the only person that you really want to talk to and connect with, they're the ones that are gone, and it's too late, right? So you have to extend yourself grace, be kind, be compassionate. Again, not just to yourself, but to others. Like, this is really important. And I promise you, through that grace, through that kindness, you'll find the peace. And peace for everyone looks different. I mean, for me personally, definitely prayer, journaling, long walks, meditation. And I lean into my community because I need my tribe. I need my women. My last piece of advice that I have for you is please, please, please stop deferring, postponing, putting off. Don't wait until it's too late. Because one of these days it's going to be our number that's called. And I don't want fear and doubt or false promise of tomorrow to hold you back. Live now. Love now. Be now. This is your life. Make it count. Say yes to all the things that you want to do. Jump in with your clothes on. Travel. Chase your dreams. Drink that bottle of wine that you've been saving for God knows what day. Like, no, this is it. This is our moment. And remember, be anything and do everything you desire. And if you like this video, check out this one on how to be happy every day. I think you'll really like it.